one of my kids, my daughter, she knows that I like stuff like this. So let me show you what I got here. It's gonna be a little bit of a project. I'm gonna take it out, just see what we're gonna do currently, and then we'll start getting into what we can do with it. So I'll show you what I got here real quick. All right, so this is a trail chaser from Adventure Force, just a more inexpensive RC car. Doesn't have any foams in there. Comes with, you know, that type of radio. But basically it's a two-wheel drive, so we can upgrade the backpack here. We can upgrade the shocks, all those things I can already see. So let me get out of the box here and we'll kind of check out what we think we can do, and then just start getting into it. All right, so this little guy comes with a couple batteries, a charger, which I'm actually charging the battery out of there. It comes with a 7.4, I believe. Yeah, 7.4 volt nickel metal battery. I think it's nickel metal. No, it's a lithium ion. Okay, so these are halfway decent. So once it gets charged, we'll put it back in there. Couple things though. As you can see here, you got your adjustment for your steering. This is not proportional steering. This is either on or off, one way or the other. So we'll kind of check that out and see what we can do with that later. But in the meantime, I just want to see how it runs all together, so we can get everything charged up and then check so out. We got the battery charged. This is the issue I was referring to. So this is the remote. I'm just going to turn the steering wheel a little bit here. Wow, that's a little wicked here. So I'll turn a little bit. There isn't a little bit. See how it doesn't have what we call proportional steering. It just has, when you turn it, that's just it. That's what it is. So the way you correct that, if there's room in there, you could try to add a servo underneath here, which is where it's housed at. Now we'll have to get a good look at this. Might have to tear into some of this here, reprint some of this stuff, whatever. The good thing is there's a decent amount of room in here, so I can always 3D print something to kind of, you know, go over top of it or whatever. Another issue that I seen here that's a little bit on the funky side. So I'll take my Hobbywing Max 6 here that I'm going to be putting in another vehicle, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. It has a locked rear end. Now that's not entirely bad. Usually that's not a very good sign though, because you don't get a lot of off-road capability. There's no slippage or whatever, especially on a two-wheel drive model. So this is basically like a pavement runner only. We're still going to see what it'll do inside here. I'm going to take one of these wheels off here to where you can see the inside here. Well, maybe I don't have to. You can kind of see it from here. There's a little cover right here, and there's probably a brushed motor in there. There's probably some plastic gears going onto a straight shaft here. There's room to add some more stuff here, so I could possibly 3D print some stuff to kind of work with a brushed motor or brushless motor maybe. I don't know. We'll start working on it. So first things first, let's get it out, see what it'll do. But as you can see, the way it currently sets, it's very bouncy. We'll just see what it'll do. This is the little manual that it comes with. And maybe for a little kid, this might be okay because it's supposed to, battery's supposed to last for, I don't know, 40 minutes or something. But we're going to see what it'll do and then kind of go from there on what we want to do with it. Again, I love projects like this because something like this that has potential, I can always 3D print and, you know, make my own stuff. The only problem that I have with something like this is time. So let's see what she'll do and kind of see where we need to go with it. So already I'm having problems with the steering. It's not wanting to turn very much that one way at all. Okay, so the steering's off pretty good. It's wanting to pull to the left. So it's a good thing that I know how to fix these. So if it's wanting to pull that way, I believe you give it a little trim like so. It's kind of like the trim on your remote. It's kind of old school. You just move it a little bit, and hopefully that corrects the problem. Let's see. Or did I make it worse? I think I made it worse. I might have went the wrong way with it. And there's the grass part that I knew I would get stuck in. Okay, move the slider to the left a few notches. See where it's a little bit off. See if see if that does anything for it. And what we're trying to do, we're trying to get it to go a little more straight. So let's see if we did any justice here. Well, it's kind of going more straight. Let's get it turned around here where we can really tell. Still, now it's going to the left a little bit. This is why these systems are kind of hard to deal with. So let me get it dialed in here a little bit, and then we'll get back to it instead of wasting so much time. All right, so we're gonna go out here a little ways and just kind of show you kind of what the car will do a little bit here. I kind of need both hands, so see if I can get this all in frame. Here's this big trick. You can kind of slide it around a little bit. Like that. Now what you see speed-wise is what it does. That's pretty much the extent of it. As you can see here, you know, it's a lot of toy grade. But some of these are able to be brought up a little bit. And I think this one here has some potential. Again, my daughter knows I love stuff like this, so it's kind of a challenge for me. And what I'm gonna do is I'll probably get to a point where I might put a brushed motor in here first to kind of see where things need to be at. I do have a setup in mind. I have a setup I already have. So maybe I'll try that first. Make some brackets and stuff, and go from there. See what I can actually get it to do. My plan is here is I will take these panels off, and see how it has like an underneath. I don't know, it's kind of like split in two for the chassis here. I will rip a lot of that back, and I can put electronics in there. The battery mounts underneath here. We might keep that. We'll definitely get rid of this garbage here. And we will find a way to mount a proper servo in there. Might have to use these arms at first until we figure out like links or whatever. At some point we'll figure something like that out. These A-arms are okay, but I definitely will be changing the shocks. Maybe not at first. We might take it kind of slow just till I get something functional, because sometimes getting a steering set up in there is going to be kind of rough. So we'll work on that. And then in the ass end here, we will take apart all of this right here. And even if I have to re 3D print something, we're going to make this, well, I don't know. We might leave this straight axle for now. But eventually, I'm going to make it to where it has like the limited slip where you turn one forward and want to go backwards. I just don't like the locked rear end on something like this. It kind of limits you to me. I have to crack everything out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up to hobby grade, at least the best I can, or you know, whenever I decide to stop on it or whatever. Yeah, I'll do something, you know, kind of decently cool with it. If I can get it to do what I think I can, it's going to be a fun little project. But this is the beginning of it, guys. So any ideas or whatever, post it below. I'm always interested in hearing from you guys. You guys have some great ideas. Even when I do something wrong, you guys will say, hey, try this, whatever. So I'm very open and appreciative of everything that I get from you guys here. So please get interactive. Let me know what you think. But anyway, this is what you would call episode 1, part 1, whatever you want to call it. we're going to start working on this one here, see how far we can go with it. So let's check it out. Let's crack it out, see what we can do. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.